Okay, here we go.
So the subculture that I chose was mole people. For those who don't know what mole people are usually people that live under subways, tunnels, railroads, under large cities like New York, Los Angeles, and Las Vegas. So who here has been to Vegas? So typically when I go to Vegas, I feel like time goes super fast and everybody's always having a great time and everybody doesn't seem like they have no care in the world. But beneath all that glamorous life of Vegas, there's a less glamorous life, and that's under the Strip. So in 1990, Las Vegas built some tunnels that was to prevent flash floods from happening in downtown Vegas and the Strip. And in 2017, there was a survey that took place that ranked Las Vegas among the 10 top cities to have the largest homeless population. At the end of the year, that went up to 300 people of being homeless. So you may think, why, how do they end up in this situation? Well, sometimes people go through hard situations and they're forced to go into these tunnels without knowing what they're getting themselves into. Fortunately, the only people that could help them are non-profit organizations. So the first 3 points I'll be talking about is how it started and why they're there, how dangerous the tunnels are, and finding how we can help them. So the first point is how it started. So in 2002, there was a case of a man named Timothy Weber who was accused of murdering his girlfriend. So he ran away and led to these tunnels. Eventually, the cops did find him, and when they discovered him, they also discovered a whole community of people living in these tunnels. And of course, people started getting very interested in how they were living there. And a man called Matthew O'Brien started investigating and really researching how is it possible people live under such a very populated city and they live under tunnels. So Matthew O'Brien, author of Beneath the Neon 2007, states that homelessness is not due because of job loss, drug use, or gambling, but it's due because of mental illnesses, diseases, and traumatic events. So he started investigating, and like most investigators, they decided to also do their own investigation. There's a YouTube video on Vice that I saw of a man asking a man who's been living under the tunnels for 6 years, if I gave you a plane ticket to go anywhere in the world, where would you go? And he said, nowhere, I would stay here. And the reporter asked very shockingly, why? You know, I'm giving you the opportunity to get out. He said, no, because I feel much safer here. I know how to get away. I know how to get food. I know where I'm gonna sleep in the night. So, yeah. So how dangerous and why do they stay in these tunnels? So these tunnels are 600 miles around Las Vegas, and they're home to 400 people right now. According to Lisa Lang from ABC News 2010, she states that the real danger in these tunnels are rain, because when rain comes, these tunnels get filled up with water per minute, 1 foot per minute. So imagine water coming into these tunnels, you have all your stuff, all the stuff that you probably were getting since months before, and as you know, water doesn't stop for anything, it just pushes everything away. So these people lose mattresses, furniture, food supplies, and also they have to also make sure where they're staying doesn't contain like rats, insects, muds, and also they have to be very careful where they are and who's around them, because sometimes people like to take stuff away from them when they're sleeping or they're not looking. So according to Kevin, well, you may ask yourself, why do they stay in these tunnels? I'm pretty sure like Los Angeles has shelter programs for them to go. So according to Kevin Horich from thecasino.org 2010, he states that it's because sometimes with these shelters, you need to be there early. And sometimes these people are out there trying to figure out how are they gonna eat? What are they gonna use for protection in the night? So sometimes they're not able to go to these shelters, and it's no point in them going for them to be rejected, like we don't have nowhere for you to stay. So they choose to live in these tunnels because it's more flexible for them. So how can we help? Like I mentioned before, Matthew O'Brien, he wrote a book called Beneath the Neon, and he believes that, if you want to learn more about it, the book is really interesting. I haven't read it, but I've seen parts of the book, and it really goes into details of what everyday life happens in these tunnels. He also has a nonprofit organization called Shine the Light Foundation, and according to Kevin Horridge, thecasino.org, 2010, they state the organization is very, very prideful because they go under the tunnels. They don't leave just stuff there or food. They actually get to connect with these people, ask them about their life, figure out a way for them to get out of these tunnels, because that's what they're trying to prevent. They don't want people living there no more. So hopefully you learn a little bit about what mole people are, especially the mole people in Vegas, and how sad this is. And if you want more further additional information, you can look at Beneath the Neon, and also the nonprofit organization that Matthew O'Brien has. And so if you ask yourself why these people here, it's because they're in hard situations. They're forced to live here. And the only people that could really help them are non-profit organization. And a lot of people, like these people, they're just like you and I, and we all go through hard situations. And for most of us, these things are out of sight, out of mind, but this is one hard reality that we can't keep out of mind. Thank you.